Clearly, a Trump presidency is not good news for climate and for the urgent crisis that we're facing at the moment. If other countries follow Trump in leaving the Paris Agreement, rolling back policies, increasing our addiction to fossil fuels, this could have a really serious impact and fatally undermine global climate action. Recent analysis has shown that Trump walking away from the IRA would cost US companies around 50 billion in lost exports, while opening up space for increased investment in other countries of up to 80 billion. So it's an act of economic self-sabotage. It's not going to protect jobs. It's not going to increase American competitiveness. It's only going to continue to cede ground to China.
Donald Trump, of course, is on record as calling climate change a hoax and climate policy a scam. So it's no surprise that climate policy, at least US climate policy, is likely in for a change. The 4 years that we've just seen led by President Biden, actually showed that if and when the US puts its effort behind it, it can make a big difference. The Inflation Reduction Act that Biden and his team put together has really moved the US on a pathway to decarbonization. Trump would be wise to continue that, but considering the rhetoric of him and his team, it's likely that he won't. About the potential damage internationally of Trump no longer being part of the Paris Agreement. I think the biggest losers will be in the developing world and the poorest people who rely on support from the rich countries to not only reduce their emissions, but also to prepare for the worst impacts of climate change. And if the US, and this seems likely, will no longer contribute to the global funds that exist to support poor countries and poor people, then clearly there's going to be a shortage, which there is already a gap, and that gap will then only become bigger.